Hi everybody, welcome to TWP-TV. Thank you all for subscribing, and thanks for checking out this session. Hopefully, it'll be very helpful, and be of some use to everybody who watches the session. Okay, so my name's Duncan Donnelly. I'm a TWP tutor looking after apprentices, amongst other things. And today's session is about community activator coach and community health and sport officer apprenticeships, in particular planning for remote and virtual programs, which is something at the moment which obviously lots of people and lots of businesses, lots of people in their personal life, lots of people working from home are having to utilize, and get used to using at the moment. So one thing that's really inspired me during the, these testing times has been people's willingness to pull together, and support each other. Family and community spirit. I've really noticed that's been to the forefront of everybody's mind. And if we look at well-being in particular, I think continuing to learn and develop new skills will help everybody maintain their well-being. All right, so being positive and being creative, and being adaptable and willing to continue to learn is going to be vital for everybody. Lockdown, it's an opportunity for me, and that's how it has to be. That's how it has to be viewed. Let's be positive about it. Let's not be negative. All right. And if we consider Premier Sports core value number 4, which is committing to continual improvement, right? That we can do that. We can do that in lots of different aspects of our apprenticeships. So my message to you is, at the moment, right, is once this situation is over and life gets back to normal, don't be playing catch up, right, in relation to your apprenticeship, right? Continue with your apprenticeship and your education now, today. Well, so you've came on to this session because you want to learn, you want to be educated. So continue with that ethos. Okay. So, community activator coach, and community health and sport officer. You're all about to start or be assigned unit 2 of your apprenticeships. Okay, so within unit 2, there are some delivery tasks which would normally be delivered to an audience within your working environment, which would be primary schools. So it would normally be a class of 20 to 30 children, which is something that you would be comfortable with, and you would be confident doing that. Obviously, at the moment, we can't do that. So the delivery aspect of Unit 2 is going to have to be delivered in a different way. It's going to have to be delivered potentially remotely, or maybe with an audience from your current household, so family members, siblings, etc. There's two. So in Unit 2 of your apprenticeship, you're actually required to deliver a number of linked and progressive sessions to a group of students. Okay. Obviously, we're in lockdown, so I can hear everybody thinking, right, how can I do that? I can't do that. I'm in lockdown. So now is very much the time to challenge your mindset, right, and think, actually, how can I do this? All right. And currently, people like Joe Wicks is educating and engaging people all over the country from his living room, right? Not just him, but there's many other people out there. So it is really about you actually challenging yourself to find a solution to get these tasks done within Unit 2 of your apprenticeship. And there are solutions. There are solutions out there. So let's look at the task. Let's look at what we have to do. Okay, so the task is to deliver 4 pre-planned sessions. Okay, the objective of those sessions is engaging the disengaged. All right, so engaging disengaged learners, right? People who may not necessarily enjoy being physically active, right? People who may have behavior issues, people from different backgrounds. Okay, so the task is to deliver 4 pre-planned sessions with the objective of engaging the disengaged. Those sessions must be linked, and they must be progressive. The format for the sessions. So in the current situation in lockdown, there's 2 formats potentially that we can utilize. The first format is delivering these sessions virtually, like to an audience of friends, family members, people who you know, right? And that could be done as an example via YouTube or another online platform. The other format that I would like you to consider is to actually deliver these sessions to family members or people within your household face to face. Okay, which you could potentially do. You may not be able to do, but if we consider that option of delivering it face to face, right, let's think about the benefits. Let's think about the positives of that. Right, you may have younger brothers, younger sisters in the house who you consider that they spend too much time upstairs on the Xbox and things like that, and you may want to educate them. You may want to give them information around leading a more physically active lifestyle. So there are benefits here to the people who you are living with in your home, and it's exactly the same with the virtual option where you're delivering via YouTube, right? But to do this in whatever format, right, you're going to have to be creative. You're going to have to work hard to find solutions to actually do this. So let's have a look at some of the potential solutions. Let's think about who and what can help us. So if you look at the first format, which was virtual delivery, how can we do that? What things can we use? So we've got YouTube, Zoom, virtual meetings. So I actually used Zoom 2 weeks ago. Organized a quiz for family members. So we had, I think, 5 different quiz teams from literally scattered across the whole of the UK. I did not know anything about Zoom, but probably took me 45 minutes to get an understanding of it and to set it up. We have GoToMeetings. We have Skype. So there's lots of platforms out there. There's lots of software that we can utilize. And you may be thinking, I don't understand it. I haven't used it before. And the challenge is to investigate it, right? To research it, have a look to see how easy it is to use. Maybe have a trial run. Okay, maybe organize a quiz with family members first to see how easy and how comfortable you are using it. In terms of the virtual delivery, your audience would be friends and family. Okay, there may be a little bit of work required on your part to give them an understanding of what they're doing and why they're doing it, and they're helping you, right, with your chosen career and your apprenticeship, right. The second format that we looked at was face-to-face delivery, and again, this would be friends and family within your household. Okay, and if you look at that, all you need is a space, garden space, a cleared space, and some equipment. Okay. Skills. Let's think about the skills that we may need to accomplish this task. Okay, the first thing you're going to need to do is actually accept unit 2 of your apprenticeship and get an understanding of what's needed, especially in relation to the delivery aspect of it. But certainly from my perspective, you're going to need to have an open mind. All right, you're going to need you're going to need to challenge yourself. Okay, you're going to need some kind of IT skills. Your IT skills are going to be important. So some people may already have IT skills. They may already be using some of this software, which is fantastic. But for some other people like me, you may have to get out there, and you may have to do some research to be ready and actually be able to use the IT to deliver virtually. You're certainly going to have to be creative, right? You're going to have to be creative with space, with equipment, with how you communicate. Okay, you're going to have to be adaptable. All right, this is going to be a challenge. It's something new. It's going to really take you out of your comfort zone, and it may take you 1 or 2 attempts to do this. You may not get it right first time. The key thing is don't give up. Evaluate what you've done and go back, make improvements, and go back and do it and do it again. Preparation is going to be key. Okay, so as we've already discussed, a little bit of research, preparation in terms of where you're going to do it. If it's virtual, who are you going to ask to help you? If it's face to face, what space are you going to use? What equipment are you going to have? That's all key. So preparation is vital. Communication would be key, and when I say that, I don't just mean communication in respect of when you actually do the delivery. I mean communication before. So the people who are going to help you, your audience, right? I think it will be key that whoever's helping you is actually on board to understand why you're doing this and what you what you want from it, and the fact that it does form part of your apprenticeship, and they're actually fulfilling a really important role. Okay, and as I've already said, right, you could, right, be with family members, right, with brothers, with sisters, with friends, right. You could be actually giving them the tools and skills, right, that may help them develop a lifelong change in their physical activity or how they view physical activity. So don't miss out on that opportunity to do that. Your friends and your family, right, they may just come to you 6 months down the line and say, remember that session that I done in the back garden? Remember that session that we done via Zoom? It's really changed my lifestyle, right, and got me to think about being more physically active. And the last thing that I have on the list here is a can-do philosophy. Don't just sit back and think, I'm not comfortable, I can't do this. Give it a go, try it. If you don't get it right first time, evaluate it, change things, and try it again. So that can-do philosophy is going to be really important. Okay. Let's think about the activities. So the activities that you may utilize for these tasks are going to be important, and you're going to have to consider whether these activities are going to suit a lockdown environment. You have to consider that the fact that you may have a really small space. Are you going to be indoors? Are you going to be outdoors? Is it a safe environment? So when I've looked at this, I wanted to consider things like gymnastics, okay, dance, right? Both activities where you're not going to need a huge amount of space, right? The activities that people can comfortably do on their own and in small groups. Multi skills is another area that you may want to consider. And again, it's something that can be done in quite a small area. Throwing and catching if you have some equipment, we've all generally got maybe some footballs, some tennis balls, other bits and pieces. Right, I know as coaches who were coaching in schools before lockdown, you may have some things in the back of your car that you carry around for schools. So please consider the activities that you're gonna utilize for your four sessions, right? And also consider the space and the audience that you have in relation to age, right? Space, equipment, everything, all right? And the last thing for me is, right, this is a challenge. I understand it's a challenge. For me, over the last few weeks, working from home as a tutor who is used to actually going out and visiting apprentices face to face and sitting with them in school and watching what they do, having to work from home for me now has been a challenge, right? And I've had to change things, and I've had to change my mindset, and I've had to meet challenges head on. This is very much something that you are going to have to do, and you're going to have the right mindset to do it, right? So the challenge for me, right, is to meet the concept of remote and virtual delivery head on, right? Is it actually a challenge, right? Or are you just mastering a new way of learning for yourself and others? Okay. So for me, being open-minded, being creative will lead you to that, being able to continue to learn and continue on your apprenticeship pathway, right? So, I've said it's a challenge. Some of you may consider it's not a challenge. You may just think, as I've said, it's just a new way of learning. But as I've said, be creative. You can see the graphic there, kicking the wall down, right? You may consider you've had a bit of a wall put up in front of you. How are you gonna knock it down? Do you have the determination to knock it down? Okay. So to finish off, you'll be getting Unit 2 assigned to you fairly soon. Please accept it. Go through it. Look at all the tasks in Unit 2. There's some that you're going to be able to complete, which is online work and reading tasks and things like that. But please consider the delivery tasks, which are going to need to be virtual delivery or a face-to-face delivery in a household setting. All right, but good luck. I hope this session's been useful for you. Thanks for coming on and watching the session. Please recommend it to other students who may not have subscribed to TWP-TV, because hopefully it would be a help to them as well. And as a tutor, and on behalf of all the other tutors, I look forward to receiving your work on Unit 2 of your apprenticeships. Thank you very much.